This won the most famous war in history. It might have never existed. And the real story is so much darker.
See this city? It's ancient. It's fortified. It's about to become the most famous city that ever existed. And it's about to be wiped off the face of the earth. Everyone I'm going to show you today ends up dead or sold. Only a few can survive. They don't know that yet. I do. I'm Barbara. I time traveled to Troy, 1194 BC. The city is still standing, still full of people. And that sweet little legend you were told, the romance, the heroes, the clever wooden horse, it's covering up something a lot more brutal. Let me show you what actually happened here. There's just a horse. A completely normal horse. I checked. I walked all the way around it. It is not hollow, there is nobody inside it, it is just a horse, eating grass, living its life. Okay, good talk. First surprise, and it's a big one. I say good morning to my neighbor. Remembered the Greek that I learned during my previous trip to Constantinople. Because these people are not Greek, and they're not speaking Greek. Nobody knows for certain what they spoke. Our best guess is Luwian, an Anatolian language. What a turn, right? And here's what nobody tells you. This isn't some made-up fantasy city. It's real, it's still standing, and it's not even in Greece. It's in northwest Turkey, on a strait called the Dardanelles. You could fly there and stand exactly where I'm standing right now. Also, no money. Coins won't exist for another 600 years, so paying for breakfast means physically handing someone a goat. No coffee, no tomatoes. I slept on a mat on the floor, in a house packed wall to wall against the next one. So I'm caffeine-free, jet-lagged by 3,000 years, and about to watch a civilization die. Cute. So why would anyone want a place like this? Look where it sits. Right on the straits, the one narrow strip of water every ship has to pass to move between two seas. A lot of archaeologists think that's the whole story, that Troy grew rich off controlling this crossing. Others argue it was a smaller, quieter place than that. And that's what the love story quietly leaves out. You were told 1,000 ships sailed here for a stolen woman. Yeah, there's no evidence she ever existed. Historians look at where this city sits, and they wonder, maybe the stolen bride was never the reason. Maybe she was the excuse, if she ever existed at all. And when a city like this falls, it falls all the way. The men are killed, the women and children are taken as property. The stories even tell you the Queen of Troy ends up somebody's slave. That's the romance. And then I noticed the jars. Almost every house here has a huge grain jar sunk into the floor. The homes are crammed in tight, sharing walls with each other. These people are stockpiling food and squeezing in behind stone. They're not expecting a good year. They're expecting a siege. Okay, the wooden horse. I know it's the only reason half of you clicked. So I tried asking around. Really. I mimed it. I drew it in the dirt. But here's the thing. That horse only ever appears in the poems, and not even the earliest ones. No record from the time mentions it. No trace of it has ever been found. So people started asking, what if the horse was never a horse? Come with me. The Greeks blame one god for smashing open Troy's walls. Poseidon. And Poseidon's two symbols are the horse and the earthquake. They literally call him the earth shaker. And this coast shakes, hard. Generations before I got here, an earthquake brought Troy's walls down once already. The survivors rebuilt. But the memory of a god who shook this place, that stuck. So here's one idea. An earthquake breaks the walls, an enemy pours in, and in over 1,000 years of retelling, Poseidon's horse hardens into a literal wooden one. Others think it was simply a battering ram. Nobody can prove either. But the most famous object in ancient history might just be a misremembered earthquake. But the fall itself? That part really happens. In about a year, this city burns. And here's what gets me. We remembered the myth. But here's the twist nobody sees coming. The story doesn't end when the city does. Legend says one Trojan prince, Aeneas, escapes the burning city and sails west. Generations later, his bloodline founds Rome. Yeah, that Rome. Julius Caesar's own family claimed descent from him. The empire that shaped half the world believed it began right here with one refugee, running out of a burning city. And that's the part I didn't expect to feel. You come to Troy for the horse and the heroes, and almost none of that survives the real place. But what's actually here is somehow better. Real people, a real city. Don't you agree? And no, I checked again. Still just a horse. Still not hollow. Troy, Wilusa, you've been unforgettable. Good night.